Now, I know you're all very surprised by this, but this month didn't go entirely to plan. Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to be doing my wrap-up for the month of August. And yeah, I took it pretty easy for the beginning part of the month because it was coming off a readathon. And then I was thinking about it doing another readathon in September. I'm like, I could probably just have a little bit of a chiller month instead of catching up on a lot of the things I wanted to. So if you already saw my MBR for September, I have a ton of review copies, other things that I had wanted to hopefully get to this month and didn't because of the fact that I did not. But let's talk about everything that I did get through. So I started with a couple of shorter things, including A Tale of the Border Knight by A.R. Witham. This is a novella that's a prequel to the story in the Legend of Blackjack. And this was really cool, just kind of seeing where the Border Knights came from. It's outside of the main story, but still gets you a glimpse of kind of how some things were and how some big events and people and characters came to be in the main story. So enjoyed this one. Still curious to read more in this world. So I'll be definitely looking forward to that. And then I finally tried Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree, and I'd been so worried I wasn't going to like this just because the whole kind of cozy thing I don't think is necessarily for me, and I liked it fine. I didn't hate it. I did do a review on this one, and it was more so it's just like I felt like it wasn't really what I wanted at the time, although it was solid. Like I might at some point do the second one, although it's not anything that I fell in love with. I can give you the cozy thing. This is the coziest of the cozy, and if you don't, you'll probably be like me and be like, oh, okay, yeah, probably not super for me, and that's okay too. But all good with that one. You can check out the review if you want to hear more. And then I finally got to Yumi, which is Secret Project 3. I'd been excited for this one. I'd heard a ton of good things. I know a lot of people, this was their favorite. And I really liked this. I did a review for this one too, and it definitely felt kind of like it had that kind of old school Sanderson charm. And so I definitely enjoyed this. This is probably the best of them, although I really did like Secret Project 2 just because that ridiculous kind of thing worked for me really well. I know it didn't for everybody, but this one was good, and I'm really interested to see what the last Secret Project is going to be like as well. So I was iffy on the Secret Projects. I don't know if it was going to be something that was worth it, but so far I have really enjoyed them. So I think it's gone pretty well. All right, then next up we had Chaos Bound, which is the final book of Rune Lords, because we don't know if the last one is ever going to be coming out. But man, I had just a really great time with Rune Lords. I did do a video once I got to the kind of the halfway point, talking about the books and the series to that point. I do plan on doing one of those, which will be coming out soon, which is talking about the back half of the series, addressing things, because I know I'd heard a lot of mixed things, and I still really enjoyed these. But so I'll definitely be doing a video soon talking about this back half and things to know about that as well. So yeah, look forward to that. And then next up, I did get to an audio review copy that was sent to me, which is Over London, and this is by George Penney and Tony Johnson, I believe. And this was so much fun. I did a review for this one as well, but if you like, fun books, especially fun audio, and if you're a fan of Discworld and that kind of humor, you need to check out Over London. It was a blast. I loved this. It was great. It had that kind of Pratchett feel while also being unique and kind of new and updated, relevant feel to some of the humor as well. This was great. I loved this. I cannot wait to experience more stuff in this world. Because this was really, really, really fun. So really check out Over London. I know not that many people saw that review, I don't think. So if you haven't, and it sounds intriguing, go check out the review, get more on it, because I definitely recommend checking out Over London. So much fun. And then I finally did get to something that I had been wanting to get to for quite some time, which was A Darkness at Sethanon. This is the last book in the original Rift War trilogy, or book 4 if you're counting the paperback split of the first one. And I was kind of iffy on this at first. It did feel like it treaded some of the same ground as Silverthorn, although then it went in some very different and pretty epic ways toward the end as well. But after finally finishing the original Rift War trilogy, I do plan on doing a video kind of talking about this trilogy as well. because I loved the first book in Silverthorn. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it first, but really liked and really enjoyed this one too. So really solid series, but I do want to kind of talk about my thoughts overall on it as a complete work now that I finally finished it. So that'll be a video that's coming out probably pretty soon also. So watch out for that. And then the big thing I did get done this month was I re-listened to all 5 of the previous Dungeon Crawler Carl books ahead of the 6th book coming out on September 1st. I didn't plan to do this, but literally what happened is I was trying to start an audiobook, and I was having an issue with the sound quality. It didn't sound right, and I'm like, is this just my phone or my headphones, or is this the book? So I went and tried Dungeon Crawler Carl, and it was doing the same thing. So I'm like, oh, okay, so it's just my phone was being weird. I got it fixed, but then I'm like, Dungeon Crawler Carl, though, and so I ended up listening and doing the whole thing. And I tell you what, I had a lot of fun with this. I did just do a video talking about the series so far. I made that when I was about halfway through the 5th book. But I've had so much fun with Dungeon Crawler Carl. It's the series that I never thought would be a thing I would be a really big fan of, because I don't typically like lit RPG very much. But the way it's written, the characters, the humor, along with the very serious and dark tones of a lot of what's going on as well, so much about it I just love, so I've had a great time. And I'm a good deal over half through book 6 of Dungeon Crawler Carl already. This is I'm filming only like the night before this comes out, so I should finish it pretty soon, and having a good time with that one as well. We'll definitely talk more about that once I finish that book also. And then I did get to one other thing, and this is, a chonker. So Heliotrope by Palmer Pickering. I was planning on doing this Kindle physical and audio. I bought the audiobook. I did not care for the audiobook, so this became just a physical and ebook read, and so I got through it slower than I had intended, because I figured with doing all 3 formats, I was going to be able to get through pretty quickly. So this took a while, because this is like over 700 pages. It's over 750 pages, almost 800, so it was a long read, but one that I did enjoy overall. And this is one where there were some parts I really loved, and there were some parts I was kind of like, and so somewhat mixed, but something I did really enjoy, and I'm going to definitely need to do a full review for this and kind of talk over my thoughts in full. But yeah, this took a bit, and so that's one of the reasons why I didn't get as much done, and mostly just had the audio for Carl that I was listening to and getting through that. But not a bad amount of books read for this month. I'm hoping to do a lot here in the next month, because I picked out a lot of things I'm excited to read, review copies I want to get to, books, other series I've wanted to start, all kinds of different stuff. So I'm hoping to get some momentum going and back. And I do have some thick books I might read in September, so we'll see. But I'm definitely raring to go with the new readathon. I did do a video about that as well, including my MBR recently announcement stuff. So it's too late to join at this point. But if you did join, hopefully you're on my team, which is the best team, because Kay and I are going to win with Team Wizards. So, if you didn't, I'm sorry. But hopefully we'll have a fun time, no matter the team on the readathon as well. That is it, though, for what I read in August. Definitely let me know your thoughts on any of the books that I talked about here as well, if you agree, disagree with anything that I said, or let me know some of your favorite things that you read in August as well. Always love to see that kind of stuff in the comments. That's it for this one, though. Make sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Check the link in the description, as always, for the Wizardly Enclave Discord if you want to chat books, whether any of these books, other books, anything, really anything at all. It's a lot of fun. We'd love to have you. And, of course, if you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe.